agreed about what you say about the Indian media, credibility, etc., the first 24 hours, even the first 48 hours after the operation began. About Karachi, yes, the way they said it was wrong, that Karachi has been attacked, this happened, that happened. It was extremely difficult for us to maintain a restraint. The fact is that Karachi had been attacked, the port had not been attacked. In Karachi, we had attacked at that stage. We were not admitting to it as yet, but Karachi had happened.
This is the Bulari airbase?
Malir Cant.
Malir, yeah.
Malir Cant. So we had attacked.
So precision in communication is what leads to credibility.
I get it totally. But the point is that at that stage, the briefing had not happened that we had attacked Malir Cant. Right? Why did the briefing not happen? Because that is the strategic ambiguity that the government of India and the Indian military has been doing all through this operation.
Tell me one thing. One second.
Can I say that because both of us were very deeply involved when this was going on.
You need to say both who, because somebody listening to audio and doesn't know.
Ajit and I. So, Pavithran sir, we luckily were very careful with what we put out at that time, and we came out pretty good.
And to tell you about this credibility thing.
One thing, Ajit, one thing before this. I'm told, I think we discussed it. This time ADGPI was very well prepared to the press releases in time.
I think
yes, as compared to other things, 100%
this was
their communication.
The best way they could have done.
They did.
Now not only the ops room was manned, the information room was also manned. There were people sitting all through the night, 24/7 deployment, giving.
The counter propaganda wing was also very good. A lot of false information was coming from the other side as well. Excessive.
And on real time, we could cross check.
So what channels?
Then why? That is where I'm coming to this question. Why did they not on Karachi? Things, where did they go wrong?
Because there were several sources. Huh?
See, most of these people, some of the, not all in the media. I'll be very honest with you. There were some very loud voices in the media that unfortunately got it wrong. But just to hold a candle for these people as well, you see, at that time we asked around after what happened, why was this done? There was a theory among very credible people or credible voices who people have believed in the past and have given correct information about operational matters, that we will mislead some elements of the media. And probably that's what happened, that they wanted to mislead real-time information that was probably being monitored in Pakistan at the time, so that a fog of war was created.
So let me...
And this caused... But obviously...
But it became counter.
Yes. There was a credibility issue because that, again, went out of hand. And everyone... See, the problem is they probably meant it for 2 or 3 outlets. The other outlets jumped in. The other outlets jumped in. Then you have a knock-on effect.
Never sacrifice a strategic... greater plan
objective,
for tactical
in the hindsight we can say that, but I think the objective was something else. But
Well, Pavithran, also understand, if somebody played the game at that stage, they agreed to play the game because some of them were told to play the game, right? They were playing during a fog of war, as I said. If there was a tactical reason to confuse the adversary, and somebody with credibility was asked to play the game, understand that somewhere they might have played that. And they're not admitting it.
So if that is the reason why it happened, I personally feel it's a national failure. Okay? If that is what has happened,
that is a valid opinion.
aim is to point it out.
Absolutely.
Fine.
Yeah,
So there you go.
Absolutely valid opinion. Yeah.
Credibility point, on the point of credibility, I'll tell you, from 7th to 10th night till the day the ceasefire announced, I and Ishan were up till late 3:30, 4 o'clock, and we were monitoring. And the kind of barrage of information that was coming out, like on this issue of Pakistani pilots being taken as POWs. Even like people, the so-called sources were also getting influenced by the...
but remember, this happened the other way around too. That an Indian pilot had been caught in Pakistan.
मैं आपको बताता हूँ.
You remember that?
Yes.
मैं आपको बताता हूँ. I was traveling in Mumbai.
They said that Indian lady pilot, Flight Lieutenant Shivangi Singh, has been taken POW by Pakistanis, and they were showing some videos to prove their point. and then started this propaganda that we have taken. Like I and Ishan there were several people whom we took as sources were not confirmed, but they were saying कि हाँ ऐसा कुछ हुआ है because of the
Colonel Saab, it reduced us, honestly, professionally, one of the hardest times because, it's very easy to run a piece of news. To hold it back requires enormous fortitude.
Yeah. And-
especially
and
when the
in
phones
agents-
are ringing like crazy. Why aren't you running it? She was also ringing me. That why aren't you running
You know
this?
why? Because a
Because
ground
I don't blame her.
reporter,
Yeah, absolutely.
ground reporter saying, मैं location पे जा रहा हूँ, यहाँ पे pilot गिरा है. You understand? And am I going to believe these guys who are sitting in Delhi or the ground reporter who says कि plane गिरी है, पाकिस्तान के plane गिरा है, पाकिस्तान का pilot मरा है, वहाँ पे पकड़ा है हमने.
And he's getting it from the local police source who's also hearing it from someone else. So they're Chinese
so
whispers
my
that are coming.
instinct is to
And-
believe the ground
Yeah,
report.
yeah.
Do subscribe to the ANI Clips channel to get shorter versions of this podcast. Click here to watch the full episode.